Greetings, my fellow subscribers, viewers, and audience. Today we're going to look at Excel as a tool. Excel is still used. Excel is part of Microsoft Office. You can find in different versions, 2010, 2007, Office 365, which is all cloud-based. You have to buy the license for it. It's a licensed product, but Excel. Today, I'm going to share with you a real-life role as a contractor, as a consultant, and position. What in day-to-day, BAU, known as business as usual, people do. Okay. So, as we move forward, like I always say, I'm grateful to God. I'm grateful to Divine Spirit. I'm grateful to the universe, cosmos, and the elements. And I'm grateful to all my audience, viewers, and subscribers. All right. I'll try to keep this short and sweet, to the point, to the nitty-gritty, and buckets of bolts. Nitty-gritty and to the point. I don't beat around the bush, they say. I'm pretty direct in my approach. Even when it comes to storytelling, it comes to communication and show and tell. Okay. So what we are doing today, when I'm doing this presentation of my video content, I'll be telling a story, I'll be doing a show and tell, and I am communicating with you on how a cybersecurity analyst, engineer, me, subject matter expert, works within the confines, within the rules, policies that are given to him within a position, a role, a title. Okay, it's simple as that, but it's very important. This is right out of work, right? So this known as milestones, due date, and this known as current status. So you can read through the line. It says senior security engineer, okay? And each line has a task assignment, okay? Then it says project closure, right? Now you have to understand what a milestone is within a project planning phase. Very important. Very, very important to understand. Forget about hands-on, forget about coding, forget about scripting. That's all later, okay? Jump server, access to host servers, pulling the logs, pulling the files, right? That's all a tail end, we call it. At the head, head and tails in the coin, right? At the head side, which is your brain, which is your mind, right? We have a brain, we have mind, we have a body, we have organs, right? The head. So let's talk about the head, right? This is at the head side, right? Milestones. Date due, current status, complete. Closure date. Now, if you were hired on a 1099 or a W-2, and US says W-2, in US sales for 1099, some people work corp to corp, that's fine and dandy. But I've been blessed by the Divine Spirit. I've been blessed by God that I had few projects and contracts on 1099, majority were 10 W-2. Per se. So we have two titles in here. Now, if they hire two people, one is a senior system administrator, the other one is a senior security engineer. Now, you are all teamed up. You'll have a meetup meeting. The director is going to introduce you on a Zoom call. Say, hey, this is a system administrator. This is a security engineer. You guys are going to work in this project, right? So ongoing, you're going to have weekly meetings, bi-weekly meetings. the depending on your paycheck cycle, you have to fill out this Excel tool that I give you. Right tools for the right job. So Excel is a tool. This format is a tool, right? It's a tool. So every week you have to fill this out, and you have to know exactly what percentage work has been done. You got to submit this to your project manager. Your project manager submits this to her boss or his boss, and that boss submits that to the client. Very important, very important, very important, to the client. Okay, and that goes into the stakeholders and the board of director, and then wherever the project is, whoever the company is, they have a budget allocated for this type of project work, right? So they have to know at all times what work has been done, what has been accomplished, right before the go live. There's a pre-go live. Everybody knows what a go live is. At the pre-go live, you're going to talk to your project manager. You're going to come into called roadblocks and RAID. If you've done with many projects, if you have been trained in project management, you'll know what blocks are. You will know what RAID is. Risk items, right? So if you're doing some kind of work on endpoints like ACID, it may be servers, it may be mixed server on different OS, it may be laptops, thin clients, thick clients, whatnot, workstations, desktops. And if you're doing vulnerability work, I think it's vulnerability is mentioned over here. This was an acquisition, a merger project which I worked on. It's been a while. This was, I think, within the COVID time, different world, different times, right? We are working now after the COVID era. Okay, before the COVID, in between COVID, life was different, right? Life was different. So here, including integration with vulnerability management system and logging, okay? And then here it says integrates with client user system owners to push updates and patch as needed, meet client standard, right? We need to understand this, right? It says logging toolset, vulnerability assessment. The whole ball game, look at it, a ball game, is tied into vulnerability assessment, vulnerability patching, updates, and endpoints, right? That's what the ball game is. The entire focus of cybersecurity, it doesn't make a difference you're a help desk, it doesn't make a difference you're a desktop support guy, field engineering, command center, security operations center, or any tier, firewall team. You just name it, telecom team, datacom team. I can name you all these fancy titles. It is irrelevant because majority of the work will end up in patching and updates and vulnerability. Okay, if the servers are not patched correctly, you're going to have an issue. If an endpoint doesn't have a patch correctly, you're going to have an issue, right? They get scanned. Trust me, they get scanned 24/7. There's a weekly, bi-weekly, and then, of course, there's a patch Monday or patch Tuesday in some company where they bring all the systems down and they patch all their servers and all hosts and devices, make sure everything is up and up, okay? Up and up. So now, I'm going to keep this one short, very short. Now, so this is called Spark, okay? Well, let's make it bigger. There you go. Spark. It's an instant messenger used in many companies like Slack, like Teams, or Zoom, or Go Meeting, to communicate with different users sitting on different time zones. Right? Okay. Now that you understand this very well, we're going to move to the next tool. Now, This tool that you see is called Splash Business, Splash Top Business. This is a remote tool. Remember what I said before? The whole foundation of my content, whole foundation of my YouTube videos is based on reality, based on what's happened today, right now. It's not about 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. No. We're talking about now, right now, as we're speaking, right? Splash Top Business is still tool used as a remote software, remote utility, remote database. Is on-prem. You can do it on cloud, but this company chose to do it on-prem. You get your access, okay? I don't work there anymore. That was a contract and project role. But I kept them two beside side. So there is a communication that happens internally, obviously Teams, of course. And with end users, you use Spark. And when you're doing your uploads and downloads, so you got to install some kind of agent, right, on a device. Okay, it's very simple. You have to communicate. You'll have an Excel sheet. You'll have all the asset, IP address, the user's name, and locations. You got to know all that. You have to understand it. You have to know how to read it and archive it and follow through and keep track of how many devices you have completed each day, each week, each month, right? So say there are 988 devices put together. We have Mac and then we have PCs, right? 2 people are working on this project or contract role. The amount is split, half and half, right? Your team member keeps a track, you keep a track, you meet with him one-on-one, then you meet with your boss one-on-one. 2 people meet with the boss, and we duke it out. We call duking it out, week to week. And then say the project is 6 months long, right? So every week there's an update, every 2 weeks there's an update, at the end of the month is an update. You keep track of everything. Before the go live time, there's a pre-go live. Then after you assign, okay, out of 944 assets, 400 of your assets you're working on, say 450, it's all complete and done. Out of 450, 25 has issues. And 25 people are waiting for a new PC to come in, unable to do it. So that becomes your raid and a block. Then you got to let your project manager know. You got to let your senior manager know. You got to let your assessment team know. And those who are sitting, say they're using Rapid7 to run scans or any other tool they have, right? On the cybersecurity side, you got to let them know. You got to let the desktop service team know that these are done, these are waiting, right? Now, keep that in mind, if the risk is accepted at the pre-go live by your manager, by the director, by the task holders, and the other people involved, then you can go through the project and complete the project. Risk has to be accepted, okay? They know that the 50 end users, their old PCs are out of life, OS is out of life, and they're getting an upgrade with a new PC or a laptop, which will have all new stuff in it. Now, those 50 people or end users that you have on your spreadsheet, if they get their new PC before the project is over, it's going to become your responsibility to make sure the agents are installed, make sure you take them out of your list. Then you can do the final count between you and your counterpart that's working on this project, like I showed you on my spreadsheet, that, hey, manager, hey, director, hey, task holder, or hey, project manager, we have, out of 944, only, say, 25 are left as a risk and a raid. Then you're going to give them end user's name, you're going to give them the IP address, the location, serial number, make and model number of the PC, and the OS version. Everything is tracked in the Excel format sheet. You're going to attach that sheet in the final email, final project. You're going to email it to your manager, go to the director, go to the stakeholders, go to the CISO, which is Security Information Executive, or the higher up. He runs the whole cyber security division. That is the day-to-day work. That's what people do, right? That's this. If you've been in industry for a long time, now you see my name, you see the company name. Don't bother. I don't work there anymore. But it shows that, hey, yeah, I work there. I know what I'm talking about. Now, if you work on a project every week, all right, every week, I don't work there anymore. Big whoopee. But I'm showing you how a timesheet is done. This is a project-based timesheet. You're only approved to work 40 hours a week, 8 hours a day. You got to fill that timesheet out, and boom, done. Two things are required in the end: timesheet and weekly milestone and bi-weekly updates. You keep doing that, you're golden. You don't do that, you won't be golden. So, tools that you work with, right? Tools that you work with. Look, you got to work with Outlook. You got to know your communication, email, right? You have to know Service Desk, which is, I think, ServiceNow. Outlook is right there, OpenAir. And of course, Ping. It's a multi-factor. That's how you're going to log in through VPN. And Zoom. These are your friends. Now, if they have Slack, great. They don't have Slack, don't bother. They have Teams, great. Right? So anyhow, anyway, I'm moving along. I see lots of things are happening on my channel. Up and up, slowly but surely. I'm grateful to all my audience, to all my subscribers, to all my viewers, as always. Well, we are back to the finishing point of this content. What I shared with you today is showing you real life BAU, business as usual, for senior security engineer. It's just a title, okay? Just a title. It is a fancy title, but there's a lot of, we call it in IT, dirty hands, that we have to put your hands into the grease, right? You got to sweat, blood, and tears. Right? If you've been in IT for 30 years, 35 years, or even 40 years, so if you put all your life in it, you're going to develop, call it thick skin, right? Like thick skin, right? Nothing's going to penetrate through you. You've been through a lot of being under the bus, being under the fry pan, people pushing you around, people stomping on you, people walking on you. You have dealt with lots of things in life, okay? Especially in IT. IT is not an easy field. IT is a very tough field, okay? Trust me, it's a very tough field. Not too many people make it. I'll be honest to you. I'm talking to you from the bottom of my heart, bottom of my soul. That is one of the toughest fields to be in, okay? And I'm a living proof. But as they say, never give up. Keep on marching. Keep on going. Never give up. Never give up. Remember that. Do not give up, right? Share, learn, teach, and grow. Educate yourself. Educate others. Share, teach, learn, and grow. Share, teach, learn, and grow. Share, teach, learn, and grow. I hope you enjoyed this content. This is a real content, okay? This is real work. And I work horizontally. I work vertically as a contractor for the last 10 plus years, right? And things are changing into the IT world globally, nationally, locally. Globally is all over the world. You have heard a bunch of layoffs are going, all companies. Uh, Nationally, if you're in USA and in the 48 states, you know what's going on. You know the concept of smart source, outsource. Forget outsourcing, man. Let's talk about automation, cloud computing, AI. The biggest thing, not a hurdle, not a block. It's a hurdle and a block for some people who are not skilled up. Their skills are old, so they got to go back to school or learn new skills or find a new trade, craft, career. Okay, uh, things will change. Things will change. Okay, but what this content I'm sharing with you is all reality based, nuts and bolts, meat and gravy of real IT work as a contractor or consultant, right? It's not a cake in a walk sometimes. It feels like it. They say it's easy peasy. It's a cake in a walk, but it's not. It's not. It takes a toll on you at times. It does. Sometimes it'll eat you alive if you let it happen. That's why you got to have a work and life balance, right? Work and life balance. Anyhow, anyway, I'm grateful to all my subscriber, all my audience, and all my viewers across the world. I thank the Lord. I thank God. I thank the Divine Spirit. I thank the universe. I thank the cosmos and the elements. Till we meet again, thank you very much. God bless you all. If you like, you subscribe. If you like, you subscribe.